Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 169. Joining me as always,
Nice.
Daniel Navaroli.
What's up, gamers? What's going on?
Also joining us from the heavens above, Steven Sims. Steven, are you there?
Hello, children. It is me, God, and I fucked up with the Redfall.
You did pick the
I
game.
thought we were blaming Phil.
Oh man, I got shafted so hard in the fucking.
Well, he's talking about
Jesus.
Fantasy Critic.
I got fucking shafted.
Yeah.
Redfall
Not looking good for you now,
and
Sims.
fucking Benedict Cumberbatch. Fuck off.
Did that get reviewed
I
yet?
quit. I
does.
didn't give it a 6 the other day, so I'm fucked.
I think it's at like a 68 right now on
Okay.
OpenCritic. -2. Yeah, I thought you were good there for a while, Sims, but yeah,
So
I don't
did
know.
I.
If you get like 2 negative points ones, you're kind of almost out of the running. Bit hard to catch up for that.
I'm so angry. Redfall, man, how bad can it be? Like, how bad?
Have any of us
How
played it
bad
yet?
is it?
I haven't.
No.
had
No,
time to,
no one downloaded it.
I mean, a 6 out of 10 is
ju-
not a bad video game, so I don't know what
It
people are
ruined
really
my
talking about.
birthday. Like, that legitimately ruined my birthday. I'm
Ruined
just like, I
Tim's
woke up, checked the reviews, and I was like, what's the point? I'm going back to bed.
All excited and shit. It was on your birthday too. I love
I'm
that.
so excited as well.
That was
I'm
great.
so
That's
angry.
great.
I've never been so angry in my life. Like, why?
Mm.
Like, why, Phil?
It's also The Rock's birthday. Don't just say it was your birthday.
It was The Rock's birthday. It was also
Mm.
David Beckham's birthday.
David
Mm.
Beckham.
Right, in The Rock, technically brothers.
Yeah.
Both bald, same
Mhm.
birthday,
Yeah.
and they get it. Twins
Yep.
separated at birth. Some say.
Both
Some
Samoan.
say that.
Some say that, you know. Sims got all the muscle definition and the manliness, and you know, The Rock got the bad acting gene.
Yeah.
Sims
Oh,
probably
yeah.
Sims probably a great actor. You know, we've never seen
He
Sims.
could-
in a
He
movie.
could be. We don't
He
know.
could be great.
Listen.
Yeah, could be great.
Listen, Rock's agent every week. Listen, Rock, we got this role for you. You play big burly man,
Mhm.
lots of explosions, and you have to wear a tank top. He's like, sign me up.
Yep, that's it. That's all I needed right there.
Sign me up.
It's every Rock movie. You guys hear
It's
they're
an
making
early film
Moana
style.
in live action now with The
I've
Rock?
heard that, yeah.
Yeah, sadly.
Bit
Sadly.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's not even been like 10 years, you know. I guess Disney gonna Disney. You know what I hate when people call the Lion King live action an animated movie? I don't get that.
Yeah.
What are we
Yeah,
doing?
people are weird.
What was the point then? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Like, what's,
But it's not people. To be fair, it is Disney saying that. So it's like,
they're dumb.
yeah. Yeah.
What's-
I mean,
what
Moana's
was
gonna be the
point
same
then?
thing.
What was the point
You
then?
can't make that like real.
Yeah,
it's not a real.
like
it's
all
gonna
your
be
movies are fucking
animated.
animated. Star Wars is
Yeah.
animated. What the fuck are you talking
The
about?
Little Mermaid movie. I mean, that's technically
the
live action
animated as
mermaid.
fuck.
It's animated. It's not. It's not a.
They fucked
Yeah,
up
it's
the
not live
fish
action.
in the Little Mermaid movie. Yeah, the little guy.
Disgusting.
Where fuck his
Sebastian.
name's- Yeah, isn't it? No, that's the
Disgusting.
crab, isn't it?
Oh, that's the crab's name. Yeah. What's the little?
They
fish's
fucked him
name?
up too.
Yeah,
Flounder.
they did.
Flounder.
It's just a crab.
Flounder.
Yeah, I can't remember his
is the
name.
fish.
That's his name.
Isn't it?
I mean, that's a type of fish, but it could be. I don't know.
Maybe it's not flounder. I think it is. Go back in my Kingdom Hearts knowledge. I think it's flounder. So we're
Yeah, I
gonna go
can't
with that.
remember. I
We're
trust
gonna
you.
go with
I don't
that.
remember.
Disney, please
before-
build forward with these live action animated movies into a Kingdom Hearts movie. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
That's it. That's the coming
Real
together
live
shit.
action Sora.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. What if, like, you know, post credit scene for Little Mermaid, you just see like a giant yellow foot.
Well, I was thinking
come on
just like
screen.
his keyblade. Something.
See,
like,
that'd
stuck
actually
in the
be cool,
ground.
but I like the foot
Yeah.
thing better because it'd be funny.
Like it's a pan up shot, and you just see his
It's-
yellow foot.
It's just the foot on the beach. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's it. It's just
What's the
a
name
huge
of that
foot.
beach again? What's the name of that first?
Destiny Island.
Destiny Island. It's just a shot of Destiny Island, but yeah, you just see his
you
foot.
just
Yeah.
see the
for sure.
Waves crashing against it. You know,
Yeah.
the giant foot.
Before we get going, I
Sure.
wanted to give a shout out to our friend slash avid viewer Andrew. He got engaged this past week.
Ooh,
Congratulations to Andrew.
Congrats, Andrew.
I know he's going to hear this.
locked it down. Way to go, bud.
Locked it
Yeah.
down. Beyonce,
I got to
if
see-
you like it, then you should have put a fucking ring on it. And he did.
He
'cause
did.
He fucking likes
Did.
it.
He listened to the song and he was like, I'm
He
going
did.
for
Listen
it.
to it.
I'm
He
fucking
listened to
going for
Beyonce
it."
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
me and Yance out here. Beyonce, my cousin. I don't know if you guys know that.
Like
Yeah.
me and Rock brothers, yeah?
But
What about
no, I
Solange?
mean,
Are
there's
you close
actually
with Solange?
much more reason for Beyonce. Connor Knowles, Beyonce Knowles.
Yeah.
You guys
What
get
about
this
Solange?
Come
You
together now.
Can't forget your other sister.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Was that the one in Bring It Up, All or Nothing?
I don't know.
Have you seen Bring It Up, All or Nothing?
I haven't.
No.
Nobody's seen that film.
I've seen Bring It Up, All or Nothing. So.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Oh, is it
Go fuck
Solange?
yourself. I don't know. It's one of the Beyonce sisters.
Well,
She
if
have
it's not
multiple?
Beyonce, then it's Solange.
I don't know.
What
Maybe
I
she has
do?
multiple sisters. I don't fucking know. You think I keep up with my family here, Daniel? I don't fucking do that.
You should. It's your family.
Nah, I don't do that. Guys, it's been another busy week in the world of video games.
It has. Yes, it has.
It has.
Uh,
Is it?
Yeah,
Just a little bit. It could be busier,
Not really.
but
I
just a
kind of
little
just
bit.
have to say that at this point.
It could be busier.
Could be busier. Could be busier. Games are coming out now, you know. So fuck all the news. We don't need it. But first up, guys, we're gonna start off in the fun, exciting world. Definitely not depressing lately of Xbox. First up.
What was that? What's he singing?
That like
I think it was like
horror
an evil
movie,
song. Yeah, I know what he's going
yeah,
for.
like,
And like a lightning strike will come down
it's
right
like
now
a
on all of
proper,
us.
like, orchestra, yeah, like on an orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're saying now.
I picked up.
Yeah,
on that.
I just never mind. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's
I should-
fine. You totally
I'm
didn't
actually
interrupt.
embarrassed.
You're great. Don't worry about it. Do it again. All right, first up, Xbox has given more details for their game showcase, which takes place on June 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the States. I don't know what that is for the UK. I think it's around 5 o'clock your time soon.
Six.
normally
Maybe
six.
six.
Normally
6
5 or
o'clock
6.
UK
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And immediately after that, the Starfield Direct will start. So you will be able to roll right into that after the Xbox Game Showcase. And guys, we kind of wanted to bring this in and talk about the whole state of Xbox this week. A lot of talk going around about Xbox this week. Of course, the Redfall reviews dropped, which we'll go over that right now too. Redfall currently sitting at a 62 on OpenCritic to people's disappointment.
65 the other day.
Yeah, it's 2 now. Dropped 3 points.
Oh, I'm fucking fuming.
Microsoft went down 3 points.
Good joke.
It's literally. But let's stick with the showcase first, guys. I'm assuming we're all very excited for this showcase. Should be a big one. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think so.
Go ahead, take it away, Dan.
Oh, yeah. So it's nice. So they really, we already kind of knew the day, the 11th. So yeah, we got actual time frame now. And I think they also mixed in with this announcement. Didn't they say something about there being that extended one again as well? They're going to do like an extended showcase where
I'll find it
they're.
for you.
Yeah, thank you. I think they did what? It was like an hour and a half or whatever that extended showcase was. The one that Paris Lily hosted. So I think they're going to do another extended showcase, which is great. So that means on the Monday, the next day. So that means they're going to have a lot of actual like gameplay to show, and they'll probably do most of that big gameplay chunks the next day. They're definitely gonna have to set up a good amount. Maybe set up some stuff in the fall. Obviously, they probably have Forza again. I would assume is that we still don't have a date yet. So I'm guessing Forza is probably July at this point. Starfield in September. Maybe something else. Maybe we could. I think me and Connor have been talking about Hellblade. I'd like to see that. If it's not this fall/winter, it's probably spring, early next year. I would assume, and then. I don't know how much they want to set up for the rest of the year. Like Avowed's probably also up next. What else would even be up? I mean, there's a lot of projects they could be hinting at. They have a lot in the works, so yeah.
Yeah, I think you nailed it from that.
Had a lot.
Yeah, it seems.
I'm just saying they've had a lot in the works for a long time. Like,
yeah, they have.
What they're going to do this year? They're going to say, "Oh, these games are due one day." Do you know what I mean? Like, I know.
No, they're not going to say anything like that.
Yeah,
Well,
if there's
well,
anything to be
again.
learned from last year, don't ever say that shit again. Because I think
Yeah.
I saw something. It was like over 40% of the games didn't actually come out.
I don't think
within
it's
time
that
frame.
many, but
Arc 2, Forza, Starfield,
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 30 games. I mean, I think it's less than 40%, but
It's just a lot. It was just
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
very embarrassing thing to look back on, especially after last
I
year.
think it's
I did not think the showcase was that good last year, just in general.
not as good as 2021's.
No,
I think
of course
2021
not.
was
Well,
really good.
2021 had all the reveals, or whichever one
Yeah.
had all the exciting
2021,
reveals.
yeah.
That one was great. But
Yeah.
last year's, I don't know. I'm just hoping it's a huge step up from last year's because
For sure.
they have so many games to show and so many games that we've been talking about for so long that it's just getting to the point now where it's just like, okay, come on, guys, like let's go see gameplay here because it's been a whole nother year and we all felt like this last year at this time with Xbox. Like, okay, let's see these games.
I mean, the
let's get
games.
going with
To
the
be fair,
release
the games
dates.
will come out eventually, one way or another. I mean, they're going to come out, right? Like, I mean, they can't just not come out. They're not going to cancel every project that every team is working on or whatever.
They're all
But
done. We're just done.
I do like the idea, I guess, in a utopic way of saying, yeah, everything that we show here is coming out in the next year. I think it's awesome, but it's when it comes to the realistic thing, if they're relying on a lot of these other developers that they have a timeline now too, right? Like you can't. Team Cherry's been working on Silk Song forever. Like it's still probably going to come out this year, I would say, but it's just not going to be in that first half. But I don't know. I like the idea of the 12 months thing.
I like the idea, but you got to fucking hit that. Right?
You do.
Like you can't just come on stage and fucking say that over and over again.
Yeah.
Because immediately they didn't even say that before the show last year. They said that at the beginning of the show, so that's already a disappointment at the beginning of the show. Because it's like, oh, okay, so I'm not gonna see multiple other things that I already know aren't gonna be out within the next 12 months. And then on top of that, you guys didn't even hit it within that 12 months.
Yeah, for sure.
Tim's?
I love the fact that we lumber Daniel in with the Xbox. So like you lot.
Is that what he said?
He did say you lot need to hit.
Oh, okay.
You lot.
I'm not a part of it. I have
You're
nothing
part
to do
of
with
this,
it.
Daniel. You did this.
It's all your fault.
Yeah.
It's
I'll take the blame.
It's a boring and repetitive story now, isn't it? Like they had that big blowout of Fable, Avowed, fucking I don't know, fucking all them big games, and you're like, fuck it. No, that was the year before, but they showed all the big boys. And we haven't even heard from half of them. Like, no one said anything about Fable. Like, people are not even leaking Fable. That's how, like, quiet it is. Like, there's nothing to, like, and then what? You do that showcase last year, which was good. Obviously, here's 12 months. Right, good strategy. You know, I'm sure you can hit it. No. Like, it's just bad press after bad press. Like, what good press have you got? Like, there's just...
Hi-Fi Rush.
Fair enough. Like, but that was what?
Game Pass itself. I mean, they have a little bit, but I think everything else is just clouding it.
You can't keep resting on Games Pass. Like, but when Redfall comes out, and it's like middling. I know. Like you say, 6 out of 10. It probably is a good game. It really is. But like critically, it's not.
I'm just saying that a 6 out of 10 is not bad. That's all.
No, I know what you're saying. 100%. I completely agree. I'm sure I'd put it on and be like, fucking hell, this is arcane. I like it. But like for him to come out to like 6 and 5s and 4s, and you're like, come on, like this. I know it's the best deal in gaming, but it's supposed to be so much more. Like it's supposed to be Redfall's 8, 9s out of 10s. It's supposed to be Starfield like 10 out of 10. Like at this point now, what's Starfield going to be? Like how much? What is the Games Pass? Let's put it this way: is Games Pass a hindrance?
No.
Like, are we thinking? Are we putting so much effort into Game Pass? It started to hamper the games. Like thinking, are they thinking, this game's all right for Game Pass? Even are the developers thinking that, fuck it, it's all right for Game Pass? It's Todd Howard, I'm sure he's not sitting there going, that's all right for Game Pass. What else is coming out for Game Pass?
I don't think that they're thinking that right now.
I don't think they think that, but I think there's a lot of gamers that do think that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I don't
when
think
people say like, that'd be a great Games Pass game, that's an insult at this point. Like it just is. Like that just means like, hey, I want to pay less for that game. Yeah,
they're insulting the game, I don't think the service.
No,
and I think that like, I'm with you, Connor. I think that's more people trying to project their opinion on it, right? I don't think that Phil is out there talking about.
But the problem with that can be that if people start thinking that, and if Xbox gamers start thinking that they will start accepting lower quality games, just because they have Game Pass, you know.
Yeah,
but that's where I'm at. That's where, as a consumer, that's where I'm at. I'm like, When was the last time I had a banger?
Well,
I
I
know
almost
White
think it's a
Rifles-
good thing that Redfall is getting this backlash, even if I don't, it's probably not that bad. You know, like I'm with you, Daniel.
No,
Like, it's
but
probably really, it's not. You're not gonna play that and be like, oh, this is the worst fucking game ever.
Yeah.
But like, I think the backlash is good in the sense that people aren't just accepting, well, it's on Game Pass, so who cares, really? You know.
Sure.
Oh, I mean,
go ahead.
oh, I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think I agree, and I think that Game Pass has remained a good value still this year. They've had a lot of additions this year, even from the beginning of the year, with all the Persona games into Hi-Fi Rush, games like Wolong, and even something like Atomic Heart is hitting like what 75 or something. It's like in the mid sevens, which I think is still a good game. Like that's there. They're still getting consistent games. Or Monster Hunter, that came to Game Pass. They're getting games there, but it needs to be where their first party stuff needs to start hitting. Starfield will be there, and your worry about Starfield, I mean, I think it's not unfounded. I understand your worry, but proper Bethesda hasn't missed, so I don't know. I don't really have a reason to worry yet. If we come into June 11th at the Starfield Direct and it looks awful there. Everything I've seen of Starfield so far has looked pretty good to me. If it looks awful there, then maybe. But I trust Todd and I trust main team Bethesda to put out a good game.
Yeah, I don't really think they have anything to do with one another. I mean, they're completely different developers, Redfall and Starfield. So it's I don't.
I mean, they're under the same publishing.
Just because
arm.
Red,
That's the
yeah,
only thing.
sure, but it's like just because Redfall was bad doesn't really indicate that Starfield's
No.
going to be bad to me.
No.
So
No.
hypothetically, right? Starfield comes out. When's the date? September.
Yeah,
Third
it's
or
like
something.
second week or first week in September.
So Starfield comes out and it's bad. Like, at what point do we go? Maybe this fucking acquisition wasn't a good thing. Maybe do we start blaming Microsoft for buying Bethesda? Like, because it's going to be part of a or is it just going to get if Starfield comes out and then whatever I think Forza comes out, it's going to get good reviews either way. Forza's, it's just quality at this point. Like, I don't think you can regress as a racing game because obviously you're just going to do the same thing again, but a bit better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
no,
like,
I mean, the Forza team's
At what point if Starfield comes out bad, and then I don't know whatever any other first parties like I'm missing, maybe Contraband is that maybe due this year or
I'd say next year probably.
like
If that.
At what point do Microsoft look at their Xbox team and go, "You're a problem. You need to go." And I'm talking about Big Phil. I'm talking about Sarah Bond. I'm talking about something's not right and something isn't working. It isn't working. Like nothing. Or is this massive fucking ABK deal just a big fucking distraction? And we just need to fucking pin it off. Just accept defeat. Just think, fuck it. I know loads of money have gone into it now. And I get it's probably too late to back out, but it just seems to be a hindrance. And I think at the end of it, if the deal goes through and these games are still poor, maybe the end of next year, and we're still getting poor games, and we're not getting Fable, we're not getting fucking Perfect Dark, all these first parties, and it's like, at what point does Phil have to go? At what point does this Xbox division have to be shaken up and go, Phil, you're a great person, you're a brilliant personality, put you on camera, he likes all the questions, fair play to the lad, he went on kind of funny yesterday, and fair play to Snowbite Mine, not his biggest fan in the world, but he's, first half an hour, he's like, right, let's talk about the shit, because you can't escape it, and it feels like, yeah, he sounded dejected, he sounded upset, but like, at the end of the day, he's got a boss, and his boss cannot be happy with him right now.
Yeah, I'm not at a point yet
yeah.
where I'd say, like, Phil needs to lose his job and Xbox is in the shitter just because.
And I don't want that to happen, by the way. I don't. I'm not.
No, I mean, and no one does.
I'm not by far a hater.
But like, I mean, just to speak on it, I also think like Phil's time is coming. Like, people don't normally stay in that position for that long, you know.
Yeah, but he already has a promotion.
Sure.
He has not been in the same position.
No,
for
yeah, I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like, typically we don't see a lot of guys in
I think
the
Phil's
head
got
of that
plenty
position
of.
for. You could have years left. I have no idea how they want to
I
handle
would
their business.
say,
I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Phil
yeah,
did step down soon, but like, just not even for reasons of Xbox doing bad. I mean, he's clearly turned the ship around. It might not
maybe
be
just
going
a
in the best
deal.
direction still, but like, he's clearly made the platform better.
he has definitely made the platform better. I don't think he will be out of X. He has been in Xbox the entire time. Like he's not going
Yeah, but
to.
that's
I
how
think
all of them
leave.
get promoted up, right?
Exactly. He
Yeah.
keeps getting promoted up, but he is literally the head of the Xbox. He is not a. He doesn't have that same job that Matt Booty has his job.
But like I was saying,
think,
I don't think, I really don't think Xbox is like anywhere near their lowest point right now. I actually think they're doing,
this is all
I actually
still
think
better
they're
than
doing,
the Matric era.
yeah, I actually think they're doing quite well right now. I mean, Redfall
For
coming
sure.
out and being a disappointment, yeah, that sucks. And I mean, that was their first kind of big AAA game that's like a Xbox exclusive that's coming out of Bethesda, right? So that sucks that you guys missed with that one, but this was never Starfield. This was never, Avowed. Or even Hellblade. I don't even think it's on that level. You know, this was always like a side project made by Arcane Austin. You know what I mean? So it was never really their biggest game. I think they should have switched around this and Hi-Fi Rush and done marketing for Hi-Fi Rush and made that a big thing, and then stealth dropped Redfall. Honestly, that probably would have been a much better play. But you can't go back now.
Yeah, I think what Sims was talking about with blaming Xbox. I don't really know if it's all on them. Um, this report was coming in hot yesterday. I didn't really get to read all of it, but I linked it to you guys yesterday that about Tom Henderson talking about uh, that he doesn't think that basically he doesn't think that all of the ZeniMax acquisition is technically still under Xbox yet. That it's still a little separate, that a lot of the things are still happening over there, and Xbox doesn't have as much reach to every bit of their development pipeline yet. So I don't know if that's the case.
That I don't
maybe
because like
I'm just saying. I'm just
if
going.
you guys want to be like, oh, okay, if Xbox wants to be like, oh, okay, hey, we didn't have anything to do with Redfall, really, we just let them work and like, I know, but like, okay, if that's the rumors going around and stuff like that, cool. You guys don't get credit for Hi-Fi Rush then. Starfield comes out, that game's a 10 out of 10. You guys don't get credit for that then either.
But
it's just like, at what point do we say, hey, Xbox fully owns these guys. This is an Xbox game now. Do we gotta wait like 5 fucking years for that to happen? Like, no, I don't like that. I think you buy them, you purchase them, a game comes out under you guys. That's an Xbox game.
No, it is. The whole time for everything. Even when Deathloop came out, it was an Xbox game still, right? But basically what I'm saying with that is not that like it needs to completely like take the shift and the blame away and put it only on ZeniMax, right? That's not really what I'm saying. I'm saying that I don't think. I guess it's tough because I think that Phil is to blame. Like at the end of the day, he should have waited, but I don't know. If the vision for Redfall wasn't there.
The thing with Redfall is like Redfall, it doesn't even sound like it's like it's broken, it's buggy a little bit, but it doesn't sound like that's really what got it its low scores. It sounds like the game itself.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like people are like, oh, they should have just delayed it. How long are you gonna delay it? Bad game's a bad game. You know what I mean?
A couple years, right? Like
yeah,
I don't know.
A couple years and you're gonna completely change the game and like dump a shit ton more money into a game that possibly might not work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
and I guess what I'm saying here is that like this was a game that they would already in development by the time it was coming in, right? Like I think what really needs to happen is anything that they were making pre-acquisition, right? Yes, you could still consider an Xbox game. It is, and I mean, Hi-Fi Rush the same. No one's giving Xbox credit for Hi-Fi Rush, really, right? It's still just people looking at Tango or whatever. But once everything that they were making is gone, and they have been making everything under the Xbox's pipeline themselves, then we can, I think, really judge. What has this acquisition even done yet? Like, I think even something Indiana Jones. I mean, that game with Machine Games has probably been in development for a little while now. Even then, I still wouldn't say like, is that really Xbox's pipeline with them? I'm not sure. I don't know. It's a tough thing to say.
Sims, anything? Okay.
I
Cool.
just for the clarity, like, I'm just like, can you hear me? You kind of can't hear.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get the sack. I don't want anyone to fail. I just want, but I'm just sick of being disappointed by Xbox. And I think, like, and it's not a fanboyism. It's just like, there just seems to be bad news from that side of things. And obviously PlayStation get it wrong as well, and Nintendo get it wrong as well. And we call them out for it, and that's what but this is what we're all about. We call out the bullshit, when the bullshit needs to be called out. And it's just like, how many hours can they take? Like, the ABK deal, I don't give a fuck. Like, if it takes longer than it does, it is what it is. It's business, politics, and bullshit. I don't think any of us care about it. We just kind of want the rewards from it all. But
One thing I hope with that is that, like, I really hope Phil's not focusing on the Activision.
Well, I was gonna
in his day to day.
They have a whole nother team.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, I was listening to a Kind of Funny interview, and I was just like, I really.
They have
he kind of implied that, like, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like he's like super heavily involved. So I just really hope, like, day to day, Phil isn't focusing on this Activision Blizzard deal.
No. So Phil is here. There is like all of their different divisions. There is like
exactly. Shouldn't it all just be like lawyers just handling this?
Exactly.
Like,
there is an acquisition team that.
How much does Phil even need to know?
I mean, everything has to go to him, so he would know.
At some point, sure, but like,
yeah.
It's
but there is a team dedicated to those acquisitions that he is not tied in. All of that lawyer talk and all of that, I mean, he might know what's happening, but he's not in there every single second, right? So yeah, I'm with you. He doesn't know everything about it.
But he's the one that gets the shit. Shit rolls downhill.
Well, he's the
I mean, he's the face of Xbox.
Right? Yeah. He's
so
gonna get it.
So as soon as the bad news comes out, tweet, fucking Joe Blogs, fucking Phil Spencer's a prick. I think I read something on Facebook earlier. It was like, fucking Phil Spencer said that the games don't make the console, and it's like, no. And everyone's like, no, he didn't exactly say that, you fucking idiot. But, like I said,
I really liked how upfront he was in that interview. Like, it was like, it's great to have someone like that at the head of your company. Like, it really is.
Like I said to Daniel in the Discord, like, all that, obviously, when was this interview scheduled? Because it's not like a press round. He's not going to IGN. IGN hasn't released their interview at the same time because it's pre-recorded. So, like, IGN didn't release one at the same time, GameSpot, etc. So he's not doing rounds. He's obviously he spoke to Greg or Tim or whatever, and it's like, well, come and do this interview. And it must have been quite recent because
I actually assumed he scheduled this purposely just to address everything, and like, I think Kind of Funny was a great place to go do that for.
Be a little more candid, because he was
surely he'd go to IGN though, wouldn't you?
I think he wanted to try to set the Xbox community onto a more positive mood going into the showcase.
I don't think that's why he was doing that.
No
positive mood. I mean,
I think he wanted to address the negatives before the showcase. Like, hey, let's address the negatives and like reassure everyone good things are coming. That way, we can all head into the showcase positively, and then the showcase can hopefully be great, right?
If that was his plan, you wouldn't do it on a Kind of Funny stage.
Why not though? Because like, those are like
because Kind of Funny doesn't have Kind of Funny has stupid, not very good views.
Yes,
really,
but Kind of Funny will actually ask the questions needed. I fear an IGN or a PlayStation goes to like Vice or whatever the fuck. I think those guys are more likely to give the lowball questions than Kind of Funny was. Like, Snowbike Mike, credit to him, man. They were asking the tough questions to Phil, and Phil was open about it.
Shout out to Kind of Funny. Like, shout out to Snowbike Mike. Like, imagine how nervous he has been for the last 5 days. Like, he's
freaking out.
Like, I put myself in his shoes. Like, imagine going to sleep. Like, imagine thinking, I've got to interview Phil Spencer.
Tomorrow.
Whole world is exactly. Like,
I was thinking about too. Like, you got to host the show on top of that. Like, that's so difficult.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, they it was a very good interview. He was very candid in that interview, and I like that. Obviously, he can only say so much stuff. He can't just say, whatever. He still has people that are getting him. Okay, this is kind of what you can say, but he at the end of the day, he is at head of the brand, so he can kind of say what he wants somewhat. But he was definitely pretty off the cuff, I guess, in a way. He was not scared to say stuff.
I said though, I'm very surprised that like if it'd been scheduled a long time ago, which I highly doubt it now, like PR would have went, this is not the time. This is not the time for an interview. You know what I mean? And like, it's kind of funny.
Honestly, hopefully they were like, it is the time, because it was a great time for an interview. Like,
100%, yeah. I mean, it's brilliant. It's good for kind of funny. Like as a kind of funny fan, like good for them. Like I'm like good for them because this is fucking huge.
The sad thing is people are going to go read more stories than go actually watch or listen to the podcast.
Yeah, that's people.
Go listen to it. Go listen to kind of.
I know it sounds stupid, and obviously, as podcast people, podcast listeners, podcast people, an hour is a long time for a lot of people. People don't have the attention span anymore. Like TikTok is bad. I do not like TikTok. Like I see my missus and my kids like they'll be like, that's a boring video. Like, you've not even given it 5 seconds. Like let it live. Like oh man,
let it breathe.
Dude, I've been trying to get off YouTube Shorts for like the last 3 months. It's awful. don't start it. It's like a drug. Don't fucking do it, guys.
Oh, I don't like
Facebook.
That type of Facebook Shorts, man. What? Yeah.
Oh, you're on Facebook Shorts, Jesus.
That sounds worse.
I refuse to do TikTok.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never downloaded the TikTok app.
I might like TikTok more than Facebook.
But yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so
sure. One thing I didn't like in that interview that Phil said, though, sure. I suppose not didn't like, but just pushed back on, is the he said if Starfield got like an 11 out of 10, that wouldn't make people go out and sell their PS5s to get an Xbox or something like that. Basically saying you can't catch up to the other two just by making great games.
Yes.
And like I partially agree with that, but I also don't agree. I think Xbox could take over. Maybe not Nintendo, right? Nintendo's off on the side. They're kind of doing their own thing.
I agree.
You're not like Xbox and PlayStation. They're not really competing with Nintendo. They are and they aren't. You know what I mean? And Nintendo's always going to be off on the side, always selling, always doing their own thing. Because
they're just unique in their own way.
Exactly. Nintendo they can always be that like secondary console that people will go out and buy along with their PlayStation or Xbox. But in terms of taking over PlayStation, I really think they could have, at least at the beginning of this gen, especially. You look at like 2021, that momentum they had.
They had a very good 2021.
Hell yeah, with Psychonauts 2 and then Forza and then Halo Infinite everyone loved it at launch, right? Yeah. If they kept that momentum going, I think console sales would be way closer than they are right now with the PS5. And then I think along the lines of them catching up, I think great games will do a lot of that, right? Maybe not all of it, but like imagine if they had Call of Duty on Game Pass after this Blizzard deal goes through, right? And then we're also making great exclusives on top of that. I think a lot of people would go out and buy Xboxes over PlayStation, you know, because we're still at the point where like people are picking one or the other still, you know, it's not, you know, I know PlayStation's pulling ahead now, but like the people are still going out and like, do I want an Xbox or PlayStation? And Phil was saying like, will people establish their library last gen? And I don't think a lot of people care about that necessarily. Like, I think majority of people, let's say like 70, 60% of people, they just play Call of Duty in a sports game every year, right? And then maybe...
Oh, well, that is 100%. That's true.
Exactly. So it's like they don't have a huge library that they're trying to carry over into the next-gen system. You know what I mean? Like,
they're not a few games.
Exactly. They're not playing Call of Duty from 5 years ago. They're playing whatever the newest Call of Duty is. And they don't need the current console that they have to play that Call of Duty. They can buy the other one. You know what I'm saying? So I just think with the power of Call of Duty on Game Pass and great exclusives, no, you really could switch over people from PlayStation to Xbox.
And I guess to throw it in there, like with the ABK deal and all that we talked about, was that last week? Yeah, last week. The CMA had no complaints about Call of Duty being on Game Pass. That had nothing to do with their blockage or whatever. So all the actual stuff that Xbox cared about was getting ABK stuff, you know, on their platform and on their services. They're fine with it. It's just cloud was the only issue. So they could day one, boom, just like MLB or whatever, right? Like day one, boom, every year, boom, day one, it'll be there. Plus, you could play the back catalog of Call of Duties, right? Like that's I think would bring a lot there.
It's like a couple months ago he said like Game Pass has plateaued on console, or at least he thought
they're seeing more growth on
PC.
PC
Right now. But like and he thought like that'll be the case now. Like, okay, Game Pass. I don't know if he actually thinks this, but he implied that like, okay, Game Pass will always be at this number on console side. And it's like that's totally not true. When Starfield comes out, you're gonna get hella more subscribers. When another Avowed, Hellblade, all this, then you get to like Elder Scrolls 6. Like look at the bump Netflix gets when a new season of Stranger Things drops or something like that.
Yeah,
Like that's the type of stuff you'll get.
I think what he's saying with the plateau is more of maybe profit. It's like, I think he's more thinking like they can only get so many. But I agree with you though. Like you talked about them getting momentum with games. We talked about it for a while now. Like like what is it that Xbox always seems to get dunked on all the time when it seems like the other two don't get dunked on as much? That's stuff we've brought up before, but games can help that. There has to be a mindset change with more consumers and why would they want to purchase the console. Like it was very healthy in the 360 PS3 era. Everyone just kind of liked both, and it was a very vibrant market. But I don't know. I don't know what it would take to get people to buy Star Wars Jedi on Xbox and get an Xbox with that and not PlayStation, PC. But I also don't think
it's just Xbox... if you're there, right? Like, and you would be there if you had great first party games. Look how PS3 turned it around, right? Like, PS3 turned that whole generation around because they had exclusives, because great exclusives, and that's just what works. Like the whole, it was just the library thing that bothered me that Phil said. I just don't think people care nearly as much about that as he thinks.
I mean, to be fair to Xbox, the way they do it's way better anyways.
Yeah, exactly. That is very true,
All their even something basic like quick resume better, but like all their cloud saves, I think the people that play on PlayStation don't realize how easy it is on Xbox because they probably don't have one, how easy their cloud save system works. It just works. When I switched from my 1 to my Series X, I didn't do anything. I have to transfer, like people were transferring their PS4 stuff to PS5. How stupid that was. I did none of that. I logged into my account and had my stuff and had to re-download the games. That's it.
Yeah. And in terms of like catalog, like your older games are going to run way better on Xbox. Not way better, but like you know what I mean. Like
backwards compatibility.
Yeah, whatever they call it too, the boosts or whatever.
FPS boost.
Yeah, that. It's great. It's like
Yeah,
and I suppose to his point, like people have already established the library right on PlayStation, and that's what he was concerned about. But it's just I don't know. I just push back so much on like what he said with that because it just didn't add up to me.
I think it's a deflated Phil right now. I think let's get to like the showcase and Starfield and like let's let them get some dominoes because as dour as the interview was and as candid as that interview was. There was a little hope in there. Like he says he is seeing what they have for the next few years. And he's very positive.
He said he can finally see the quarterly big AAA launch quality game coming out every quarter, right?
There was a good thing in there.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Hellblade. He was talking about Avowed. I forget, there was something else he said too. And that's like very eminent, I would assume. So these dominoes will fall. Like I said earlier in the podcast, like these games are going to come out at some point. Like one way or another. Like I don't know how long, but I
think we're already there. Like we're kind of in it. If people Pentiment was last fall, Hi-Fi Rush the next quarter, then Redfall was this quarter. Now it's just unfortunate that Redfall was the big first AAA game, right? It's that's just unfortunate. The one that had all the eyes on it, at least at the moment, right? And it's just unfortunate that was the big AAA one that had a launch right now and kind of be first for the AAA games. But I mean, we're kind of in the next quarter. We're getting Starfield, and quarter after that, hopefully Hellblade.
Yeah. I mean, they've released more games than PlayStation first party this year.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's something. I mean, but PlayStation's still selling, and they're not doing it right. Like that's just kind of how it's working.
PlayStation's smart this year for being very
really
quiet.
For them. Yeah.
I think last year they were kind of loud and getting a lot of negative stuff out of there. We're getting a price hike, and other negative shit that happened with PlayStation last year.
For sure.
This year they're kind of just shut the fuck up, and they're selling, and I think Xbox would be smart. You just brought up Hogwarts. Xbox would be smart to make a lot more third-party moves like that. Not even like exclusive or anything like that, but just marketing deals.
Marketing moves.
Yeah, marketing deals have always been a big thing, man. Because like people think Hogwarts Legacy is a PlayStation exclusive. And it's not. And it's
I think they need to get there, but
that has always been a big deal, right? And it's just I think Xbox would be smart, like team up with like Armored Core or something like that, or obviously Starfield would be a huge thing for them.
Yeah,
right
something coming up.
But yeah, it's like hopefully they can get Call of Duty back.
I mean,
if this
it's going to be that Call of Duty marketing deal.
Yeah,
right?
if they can I think they'll get that back, even if the deal falls through, right?
Get those sports marketing deals.
Yeah, get those sports deals, with Madden and stuff like that.
That's something every year.
Like that, Yeah, it's like if you're competing more on that front, and I do think they've been really good with Game Pass this year with third-party titles releasing.
Yeah, and it's
Atomic Heart, stuff like that.
Really
even if those games aren't the best games ever, but like they're still AAA games.
It's a library of fun games,
right?
Yeah. I mean, they have Life of P still coming out. Like we don't know really what the next half of the year for. I mean, Planet of Lana, right? That's coming out. That's got a date. That's Game Pass.
Well, here,
right?
we'll bring that in right now.
Yeah,
what's our other news stories? We got a lot more actually, but upcoming indie game Planet of Lana finally has a release date of May 23rd, 2023, and will launch on PC and Xbox. Also, Game Pass day one.
Yeah, the game looks awesome. So like that, that's a game coming to Game Pass. I mean, we know when it comes out. Hollow Knight Silksong, that's big. That's massive. That's coming day one Game Pass. That's great. Like they are getting good deals. I mean, they need to continue to do that.
I just think they need something like a Hogwarts Legacy.
They need something like a Hogwarts with
Jedi Survivor would have been a good idea to team up with that one. I don't know if they did or not, but
no,
that would have been a great idea. Any other big that Avatar game coming out in the fall, that'd be one I'd get my eyes on. Something like that. I just think the more types of those deals you have, the better, because casuals end up thinking that is an exclusive to your console when they see the commercial and they see the PlayStation or Xbox logo.
I will say it is down. It seems like they've been in the past month. Think a few months ago, we were very positive on everything that they were doing.
It wasn't until so fucking good.
I know. I feel like I don't want to sound weird, but I feel like people are like throwing more of like their feeling onto this situation.
I think it's just with the CMA thing also. It just feels like Xbox got piled on all of a sudden with the CMA thing and then the Redfall reviews being bad. I think having that in a 2-week span just sucks because everyone's looking at you and everyone's making fun of you now.
Yeah, it really feels like people are putting it on to them when like I don't really think that they're doing as bad as people think they are. People love to keep bringing up Halo. Halo's a great game. Whatever. I'm tired of people talking about Halo Infinite and it being a bad, disappointing game.
No, and I mean,
I'm so sick of that story.
3-4 months from now, Starfield comes out, say it gets great reviews or whatever, or even after the fucking showcase, man. Like it could all be turned around in a month.
Hypothetical.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clear your mind. Starfield comes out. It score. I don't even remember what the score is, so I'm just gonna say it. It scores. Review everything, even the amount of sales we'll say, or I guess even downloads, whatever, Game Pass, as Fallout 4. Is that a success and is that good enough?
Oh, that's definitely good enough.
Okay.
That was extremely high sales numbers.
Or I guess we'll just have to say downloads.
Downloads, whatever. Oh, okay, say they're like 20 million players.
20 million. Yeah, say
90 plus on Metacritic, right?
Not even 90, because I don't think 4 was 90. Is in the 80s.
Sure, whatever. High 80s.
Say it's 85
and above.
Say it's 82. I'll go low just because we'll go low.
Okay.
82, a lot of downloads. Is that enough?
A lot of downloads is enough. I mean, the review scores don't even really fucking matter. They matter to like people like us, but like, the downloads is enough. And that's going to be huge. Like it's going to be huge no matter what.
That high.
So. Yeah, exactly. And it's the highest selling game fucking ever, right? So it's like, it doesn't matter. But
okay. So it needs to download a lot. It needs to hit, right? That's it.
I even think they could turn around, man, if Xbox comes out at the showcase and like, Starfield, and they're like, Starfield, 60 FPS, launch day, huge win. Huge win, right? Just there.
Phil seemed like he was addressing.
He said he'd answer that question, right, at the showcase. So
I feel like that's what they've been doing, is trying to make it perform well.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, if it's not at this point, delay it again, right? Like, I think you gotta do it, right? If it's buggy, because it's such an important game for Xbox now, Starfield. It really is. I don't think it's like life or death You know, I
No.
don't think it's anywhere near that, but I do think it's a very important game right now. Like Xbox needs to win in Starfield for sure.
They need to win. I think people are putting a little too much pressure on Starfield.
Yeah, some people are
You
like,
know?
"Oh, Phil's gonna lose his job, and Xbox is gonna
Yeah.
shut down if Starfield's bad."
Yeah.
I don't think it's that.
It's too much
but,
pressure
like,
for the game.
yeah, but like, I think it does need to be very good.
I don't have a reason to think that Todd would make that bad of a game.
Like I
with
was saying, I just
BGS,
think like
you know.
people are still at the point where they are choosing a PlayStation or an Xbox. Like there's still a lot of people out there when they're choosing a next gen console, which one they're gonna choose. And Starfield being bad would lead a lot more people to choosing PlayStation. Still,
Yeah.
you know, for however many more months until a good AAA exclusive comes out for Xbox. You know.
Yeah, I agree there.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe like I said, maybe they'd have the 1, 2, 3 this fall. They'll go Forza, Starfield, Hellblade, and then spice in some Game Pass. I think that could be a lot of momentum there, right? That could be a lot of momentum. They have to have, I think, a good fall here, a fall/winter, and then
Yeah.
maybe sprinkle in even more next year.
There's
They-
a
they
very
need to get
good
the ball
chance,
rolling,
or
yeah.
at least a decent chance that the end of the year we're all looking back this year and be like Xbox had an incredible year, and
Yeah.
even with how low it seems right now, I still think in December we could all be saying that.
And there's a lot of rumors I've been seeing, and I know we want to get to the next few stories. It's the last thing. There's a lot of rumors I've been seeing. I talked about Michael Pachter last week. Michael Pachter's he's been saying like he thinks the deal will be done by the end of this month for the ABK stuff. He says that he thinks that this all will be done by the end of May. So I don't know. Maybe they'd even have something like that to talk about at the showcase or something. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm sick of hearing about it.
I know. Please end it.
Unless it's done. If it's done, then fine.
But I'll
But,
say,
like,
Connor,
yeah.
you end the deal needs to end, or they need to end me. You know what I mean?
One or the other.
One or the other needs to
One or
end.
the other. You're gonna need
Please.
to kill us all, Phil. Okay.
Please.
All right, let's get into the other news here. Over to the PlayStation world. Marvel and Insomniac have released a Spider-Man 2 prequel comic that follows Peter, Miles, and MJ after the events of both games. On top of that, PlayStation has finally made plans to release a standalone version of Marvel Spider-Man Remastered later this month for a whopping $50. Oh,
Give us
man,
the
get that
money.
Get that money.
Money.
Get in
What's
there,
her
Jim
name?
Ryan.
From Parks and Rec. She's like, money, please.
Oh, yeah.
Money me.
I know what you're talking about.
Man.
I guess stick with the comic, or do you want to talk about the standalone version first?
Sure. It's cool.
Yeah.
I wish it would have been that way. Can you still buy the other version? Or do you
Of
have to buy the remastered?
Spider-Man?
Can you buy the PS4 Spider-Man?
Yeah, you could, I mean, I'm assuming. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, why wouldn't
But
you? You think
is
they're
that
going to
PS4
delist that?
I don't know. Because maybe they're just going
No,
with
they
the
couldn't
remastered.
because remastered is not on PS4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But can you buy PS4 Spider-Man on PS5?
I don't see why you couldn't, because you can buy other PS4 or the other
Yeah,
PS4
true,
games on
true.
there. So,
So does that have old look?
Yeah.
Remaster's only with the new look, right?
Well, yeah.
So my Peter's over there.
Yeah, your Peter's over there. Your multiverse Peter that doesn't exist anymore.
My multi.
Maybe in Avengers Kane Dynasty, you'll see him in the background or some shit.
There's my Peter.
Yeah,
That's my Peter.
There he is. And they put the new one up front.
Oh, he walks in front of him.
Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah, I don't. That's cool. I can't
That's
believe
a lot of money to ask for a 2017.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2018
It's $50. That's a fuck ton. Who are you guys, Nintendo? But I think it just baffles me that wasn't already released standalone. Like I didn't know.
I thought it was when it launched.
I did too. Like I had no idea it wasn't, but okay, whatever. That's fine. Prequel comic though, that's cool. I actually read the prequel book to Spider-Man back in 2018.
Right.
Yeah,
did. I remember you saying you did.
Yeah,
that.
I did do that.
You gonna read this?
Yeah, I'll read this. Why not? A comic's even better than a book, so fuck yeah.
It'll be shorter, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be shorter. It's out now. It's free too, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely read it. Yeah, why not? You can just download it. So.
Free's great.
Yeah. Sounds cool. Exciting to see the Spider-Man 2 marketing start to ramp up, I think. Hopefully we get that showcase this month.
Well, it already started. What are you saying?
Yeah, I guess it did, but I think it's just like ramping up now, you know.
No. Tony Todd. What's his? Yeah, Tony Todd.
Yeah, Tony Todd.
He already. He's out there.
I guess he kicked the door down, right?
He's outside. He started the marketing.
We should put him as like the face, the scary face of this game.
Sitting in the water or whatever he was doing.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys know how the comic is next week.
Please. Yeah, I want to know what's up.
I'll tell you guys what's up. Next up, then the Gran Turismo movie has gotten a trailer. And that movie's coming out sometime in August. And then we also got a teaser trailer or just some sort of short trailer. I don't know what the fuck this was for the Twisted Metal
Yeah, it was
TV
definitely a
show.
teaser.
Yeah, it was. But they like put a teaser one out the week before too.
I was expecting a full trailer, but
Yeah, I don't.
not
Which is
yet.
weird because this releases July 27th, and we don't have a full trailer.
It's gotta be
like,
soon, right?
Okay, I guess whatever. Daniel, we'll start with the Twisted Metal one then.
okay, sure.
How did you feel about Anthony Mackie jamming out to that song?
Yeah, I there was nothing really there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Like my my worry is that show will still be just very CG. I wanted
Sure.
more practical stuff, and I hope there's a lot of practical stuff. But I don't know. I like Anthony Mackie, so he's very charming. So I don't know. He could bring a lot of fun to it. I don't know what this is really yet. Like I need that trailer.
Yeah, I did not like the vibe to this at all. I didn't like
don't
the
like
way
the vibe
like
to the
it
picture.
looked. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like the color palette it had. I don't like the
No.
way it looked. I think I was more optimistic about it last week, and this teaser trailer, I was just like, oh, this is gonna be like some cheap, cheesy mess.
Yeah,
Probably
it
isn't
doesn't
it?
feel like it has a lot of money in it.
Yeah, I guess we have to see the actual trailer before making final judgment there. But this one did not do it for me. So I don't know. We'll see when it actually gets here. But fucking Peacock, man, I'll tell you. But then the Gran Turismo trailer, I actually really enjoyed that trailer. I thought that looked pretty cool.
A little more fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be great, but it seems to be okay. Yeah,
I'm thinking it'd be
like,
great, but like I actually the plot sounded kind of interesting to me. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you get a bunch of gamers together. You're
It's a
gonna
pretty
make them
standard
actual
plot.
Sure,
you know?
yeah. It feels like a kid's sports movie, you know, something back in the day.
Yeah.
where,
It's got he's on a journey. It seemed like there was the shot of him like with the girl. Whatever, like,
Yeah.
he's gonna get pulled between two worlds.
There's
and,
the
like,
bully race car driver.
yeah, the bully. There's the coach, David Harbour. I love David Harbour. He's
yeah,
awesome.
David
He's really
Harbour. It was awesome.
He's
in
super
that trailer.
charming guy.
Yeah.
You know, so he's probably gonna be the best part. I don't remember what is Orlando Bloom. He was in it.
Orlando Bloom is like the guy that's getting the gamers together and putting them in the competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Orlando Bloom. He hasn't been in a ton that I've seen recently, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember him in anything besides
Not
Pirates.
recently, yeah. You mean anything ever? He's Legolas.
Besides Pirates.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, Legolas. He is Legolas.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
And he's been in a lot of like romantic movies and stuff like that. Yeah, it looked okay. It looked fun. Looked better than the little teaser. Of Twisted Metal,
I just thought this would be opposite. I thought I'd be higher on Twisted Metal, and I thought GT was gonna look stupid. Other way around, I think it.
It seems like
Twisted
they're
Metal
putting
looks stupid. GT
a little
looks
more
cool.
practical stuff in the GT stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's what helps.
Yeah.
Real racing. I remember when they did that little teaser thing with the camera on the car or whatever.
Yeah.
That was, I think, a while ago. That's gonna be pretty cool. They have cool little camera shots. I think you could do a lot with car
I liked
racing.
when he
to
was
make it
making
fun.
them around, and he was like, "Was this the first time you used your legs or whatever?" I was like, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. It's
Bunch of nerds.
bunch of fucking nerds, man, with their steering wheels and their setup, like bros. All right. Speaking of TV shows, Daniel, Vampire Survivors is getting a TV show. Developer Ponsel.
I think it's Ponicle.
Ponicle. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Ponicle
there's a C in there.
will be teaming up with production company Story Kitchen to make an animated series out of the game.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Vampire
Do we remember
Survivors
who
out of
that
nowhere.
is?
I read something. Here, let me click in here. I can try to find
Yeah.
what Story Kitchen has made.
Yeah, please. Yeah, and they also talk about what the story's about. It sounds we already knew that this was a very Castlevania-esque story. It sounds just like that, and that's great. We need more Castlevania, and if this is the way to get more Castlevania, then sure.
So Story Kitchen has one of the writers / creators of John Wick, and then one of the producers of the Sonic films.
Okay, and this is
So-
animated, right? Like,
This is an
This is-
animated series, yeah.
okay, yeah, cool. I mean, Vampire Survivors, the game itself has some lore behind it in game, but it's
Does it?
very
Okay.
yeah. You have to go in and like more read things and stuff like that. There is lore there, so I don't know. They're gonna have a lot of freedom there to actually do what they want. So it's a big cast of characters, all those playable things and stuff. It'll probably be. I think they describe it as like Castlevania meets like Vox Machina,
Hmm.
which I think is very fun. I know you don't know Vox Machina, once I tell you, you'll know. It's Critical Role's animated show.
Yeah, I know. It's on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you did you watch Vox Machina?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. But you know, yeah. What'd you say?
I'll be back in a minute. I'll leave the chat. I've got to do something on my phone.
I know you were
Okay.
here.
I thought you left.
No,
early.
it doesn't matter. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, so it seems like it's gonna have a group like Vox Machina, just a group doing cool stuff. I guess I think Castlevania had that vibe a bit with like the three of them
Yeah.
in the animated show. So I guess have that, but like a party of characters killing crazy creatures. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I don't really know what the point of making a Vampire Survivors TV show was, but hey, whatever. I don't, it's not even
Oh,
like
Dracula.
that popular of an IP, but it's like, I don't know. It's
I don't
not
know.
like
That
they just
game's
wanna...
really popular.
Sure, but it's I don't know. Does that sell anyone on a TV show? You know, like
That's where you start
Vampire
getting the ball rolling.
Survivors, you know,
Get the ball
Sure.
rolling on a show.
No,
And you
I
make toys and then
I get
a
it. I get what they're
movie?
going for, but it's just it just seems out of fucking nowhere, you know. Or just,
oh, it does for sure.
yeah,
but everything's
okay, here's a
getting movie or TV
Vampire
show.
Survivors TV show. It's like, okay, great, we're
Well,
doing
but,
this
but
now.
Connor, you need to understand, we're in it. We're in the transmedia
guess,
era.
we're here.
Everything's getting
We're
a TV
here,
show.
it's
Everything's
happening.
getting a movie. Like we got to justify video games by making TV shows and movies. Did you
Gotta
not know
justify
that?
them, bro.
Yeah, because we're not a medium that matters.
Doesn't matter. Can I get a
Even though we
Fable
make
TV
more
show
money.
then too? While we're at it,
That'd be fun.
there's an opening for like a comedy fantasy. You know,
Yeah,
what's hitting that? You know, nothing.
Witcher has some comedy vibes with like
Sure.
Dandelion and stuff, but
Not
you
enough.
want more?
Not enough.
Yeah,
I want a straight comedy fantasy thing.
you
called
just
Fable.
follow Dandelion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something
into
like
that.
that. Like have like a in the Fable universe, just a bard that goes around and does stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd
Boom.
be fucking down with that.
I wrote it for you.
Toss a coin to your witch.
I need to stop giving my ideas away.
Stop it, dude. They're taking them. They're taking.
taking
You
my
probably pitched
ideas.
the Vampire Survivors TV show like a few months ago. We can't even remember it. They heard that. They were like, "Fuck it, we're rolling with that."
No, pay me, please.
Our last news story, coming hot off the release of Jedi Survivor, Respawn confirms they are making a new IP with a small team led by original Titanfall director Steve. Oh boy, why did I put this there?
Here,
Fukada.
let me pull it up.
Fukada. I hope it's not Fukada. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this. What is it, Daniel?
Fukada.
Fukada. Okay, get the Fukada here,
no,
Daniel.
Fukuda.
Get the Fukada here. You know what I'm saying? I hope he says that
I know-
when he
I
walks
know
out
what
of a
you're
room. As well as 2 more Star Wars games being in development that we've already known about. One is an FPS, the other is a strategy game made in collaboration with Bit Reactor.
Mhm.
So all of that coming out of Respawn next. Respawn don't stop, Daniel.
No, they keep churning. You know, think of since 2019, like they've released a good amount of stuff, right? Which was
Yeah.
both Apex Legends and Star Wars.
Dude,
And then they
really,
released
since they
another
opened,
Star Wars.
you know, like because
Yeah, true.
2014 was Titanfall 1, right? 2016 Titanfall 2.
Yeah, it was like beginning, right? Right at the beginning of
Yeah,
2014.
like right at the start there. And then Titanfall 2 2016. Apex somewhere.
2019.
2019.
Early in 2019, then Fallen Order was end of
Fallen Order.
2019.
Yeah, so it's like they just don't stop. They just keep turning shit out. and
They have
it's
multiple teams, so
fucking
they're just
excellent.
working.
Yeah. They really are like the crowning jewel of EA right now.
For sure. EA is they're like, what do you want to do, Vince?
Yeah.
Like Vince is like, I'm gonna go help fix Battlefield, and they're like, you got it. We're gonna make a new studio for you. So
Well,
Vince is just
what's awesome with this Fukada guy, he was the director of Titanfall 1 and 2, or co-director on that, and it sounds like he's just getting a small team and being able to make whatever the fuck he wants now, right? And it's like that's great, good job Respawn letting them do that.
what that sounds like is John Johannes at Tango Gameworks.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, he did Evil Within 2, directed that or whatever. I'm gonna go make my own little project for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hi-Fi Rush.
And it's great that they let them
Yeah.
do that in house and not like having Steve Fukada quit and then go make his own studio, right? Because we've seen that
Right.
a lot too recently. But it's
Yes.
like,
Well,
okay,
everywhere.
it sounds like EA is letting him keep his team, keep his people, and just make it.
Yeah. So what do we think this even is?
Who knows, right? It's whatever is in
shooter?
his mind. I would assume another FPS, right? But who knows? You know, it's
Not Titanfall or
maybe
Apex
it's a
related.
smaller indie type game that Steve has in his head, you know, something like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, it could be anything. I do want to talk about the Star Wars FPS. Maybe not so much the strategy game, but like where do we think that is? We're both huge Star Wars fans, so like When do we think that is, like, timeline-wise? Do we think we're getting a campaign? Will this just be a strictly multiplayer game? I'm very curious about this.
What I would like, not necessarily a sequel or even like a spiritual successor, but something in the same vein, is it's a game I've never played, and I actually forget the name of it because it just escaped me. Is that 4-player co-op game on the original Xbox? What's the name of that game? Where you play as the clones?
Oh, Republic Commando.
Republic Commando.
Yeah.
Something in that vein of like
Game's
that
great.
era.
I fucking love
I know.
that
I should go. I need to go and play that game. I've always wanted to play it.
I don't think it holds up too well though. I
Probably not,
downloaded it. Yeah. That the first person shooters are hard when you go back.
Yeah. So something in like in the Clone Wars, right? Like where it's just all out battle. That could be a really fun shooter you could do. I think that'd be fun. Fun era.
Can I just get Titanfall 3 but in Star Wars? Can we just like secretly have this be Titanfall 3 and play exactly like
There's not really
Titanfall did,
mechs like that.
but in Star Wars? She's walkers, bro. We're fine.
Like an AT-AT?
Make it up. Fucking lore. Who cares?
Or
Disney
ATST.
will add that shit to canon. We're fine. Who cares, bro?
Filoni, we need you to write this into canon.
Filoni, write in a giant fucking mech in the canon. Daisy Ridley's running around in the next movie in a fucking mech. Like, I'm fucking. She's got a giant lightsaber in the mech. Daniel.
Oh, the mech has its own saber.
Yeah. See, now we're thinking. Now we're fucking.
Well, see,
thinking.
now in my head, I'm thinking Pacific Rim when they're inside of it doing that. So she's inside doing this, and then the
cool.
mech is doing this too.
She can use her force powers through it too somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a game right here. You're giving them ideas again. Fuck.
We need to start giving people ideas.
But yeah, I hope it has a campaign. That'd be my major hope. I could see this just being a multiplayer only type of thing though. But who knows? I'll be very excited to see it.
What makes Star Wars so cool is, there's so much lore there and so much they can do. You can literally just do like he could be doing a bunch of these little games and just have little games of you following a particular battle, right? Like what if this first game was just your rebels at Hoth and it's just a campaign at Hoth and you're just fighting the Empire. That's it.
No,
Something
it could
simple as
literally
that.
be that, yeah.
Or Endor or Jakku.
Anything. Yeah.
Right? Any of those big battles that we've either kind of know or see in any of these movies and just play it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like that could be very fun.
Yeah, it's such a vast universe now that like you have so much space to work with.
Yeah.
And strategy game too. Like I'll probably play that shit. Like
that sounds fun. A Star Wars strategy game.
Yeah, that sounds cool to me. I don't. Who knows? Suppose you do just set that during the Empire period, right? And then have it, Rebels versus Empire. Yeah,
for sure.
Very simple. Like
have different characters have different ability. Very Halo Wars, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Luke can have his specific units.
Dude, if it's that, I'm gonna be all fucking over that. If it's just Halo Wars and Star Wars, I'm gonna be all about.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that'll be a great time. I don't know what Bit Reactor's made before, but
I think when they announced this, we looked into them. I can't remember though.
Yeah, I think one of the Civilization guys was there, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
So I guess it could be even more that.
Yeah, I guess it could be more that angle, right?
Yeah, and not necessarily like pure like a strategy game. It could be more. What do they call those? Like 4X games, something like that, where you're like building and stuff like that.
Specific name, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean they could do a lot there, and they have good writing at Respawn. So like I have full faith.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll try to put a story into that too. That'd be cool.
Maybe a campaign mode.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can't wait to see that. What other Star Wars games do we have coming? So we still got the Ubisoft one.
Yeah, the massive one.
Yeah, then Quantic Dream. I'm surprised there's not more though. Like I'm surprised we don't have one like already lined up for next year. Maybe this FPS will be next year, but
yeah.
I would have thought there'd be more by now. I guess.
Where's my Mandalorian game?
Where the fuck is that?
Where's my Ahsoka game?
Still could be real, I guess.
Where's my Star Wars Rebels game? Just give me a Star Wars Rebels game.
I think we're ever getting it at this point.
Just retell that entire 4-season
in a video
show
game?
In a video game. That's all I want.
That's
it. Just give
play
give
the
that
shit out of that. You're right.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, then
or a Bad Batch video game? Come on.
That would be just do
FPS
Republic Commando again, but
Batch.
fucking Bad Batch, yeah.
For sure.
That would work. That would work really well. All right, Daniel. Well, speaking of Star Wars games, we will now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, are you just playing Jedi Survivor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit that I played. Just Star Wars.
How many hours are you in?
like I said before we started, I think I'm about 2.5.
2.5.
I mean, you would probably be a little bit better of a judge than me, just because like where I am. So no spoilers. I have went through. You get this item, and you go through this big door.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. You could kind of judge where that is
Item,
in the
big
story,
door. Yeah, I don't,
but
you're
I'm still
not
on that
far.
first
You're not
planet.
far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And what about you?
I have beaten Star Survivor.
You've beaten it. And you said
We're
you were gonna
fucking nuts.
platinum, but you're getting there.
I'm getting there. I'm working on it. It's a longer, bigger game than I was expecting, I guess. So yeah, the platinum will be difficult to get before Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm determined. I'm determined. We'll get there. We'll get there in the end.
I mean, you still got a little time. Yeah.
Yeah, still got the whole weekend and then all of next week. I think it's manageable. I looked at the trophy list, but like I think there's like something in there that's like more difficult than I'm suspecting.
Like collectibles?
There's a lot of collectibles, but like I don't know. Only 0.1% of people have the platinum, and I am playing through it very quick. But it's like that always worries me because then that makes me think there's a trophy in there that's like really difficult or something that I'm just like not seeing. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I beat the game. Absolutely fucking loved it. It was fucking incredible, man. Like again, this game started off much like Fallen Order. I think it started off pretty slow. I think great opening. Again, like Fallen Order, incredible opening.
Yeah.
Kind of dips down and then you kind of like set into the world for a while. And then towards the end, picks back up, ramps up. And then when you get there at the fucking end, Daniel, it's like this is top fucking tier Star Wars. This is fucking it, bro. Like,
you're saying a lot right now.
I mean, it's just everything you could have ever wanted from a Star Wars game, honestly. Like it really is. Besides dogfights, really, is like the one thing I would like them to add at some point is ship combat and dogfights. Then I would be super fucking into that. Oh god, he brought his lightsabers out.
Yes, I did.
Look at those. Those are fucking
Continue.
badass. But yeah, I think it's just. I mean, it just has everything you've ever wanted from a AAA Star Wars game in this game. Incredible story. The characters are so fleshed out very well. The set pieces in this game, Daniel. Oh my fucking god! There's like 3 set pieces in particular that are the best.
I haven't gotten to them yet.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
But they're the best set pieces I've seen in a video game, and it is the first time I've actually felt like, oh, we are in next gen. Like you can't do this on last gen. This is the first time I've actually felt that way with a game. After there's a couple times I just had to put down the controller and be like, wow, like that was fucking incredible, And it's just, yeah, I love the game. I mean, you have to bring up the technical issues, I guess. Mine weren't. They were bad. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot of stuttering issues in performance mode.
The HDR.
See, I didn't have a problem with the HDR.
As soon as I started the game, fucked.
Yeah, I never had a problem with the HDR. Yeah. I didn't know what people were talking about with that.
I don't really have an HDR TV right now, so.
See, when I started the game, it just looked fucked. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like I thought that, to be honest with you, I thought that's how the game was supposed to look at the beginning. I thought, oh, they probably put like a filter over it, and then I started the game and I couldn't see fucking Carol's face or anything. Oof. So then and then I looked into it because I turned.
You're playing on PlayStation or PC?
I want HDR on.
What are you playing on? PlayStation or PC?
PS5.
Okay. Interesting.
PS5.
Yeah, I've had some frame issues, but nothing too crazy yet. Really, where a lot of my performance issues aren't really in gameplay. No, where a lot of my issues is the transitions between gameplay to cutscene. That's where it is for me. There's a lot of stutter between we're going into a cutscene or back into gameplay. But when I'm playing the game, I've had really no issue so far.
There's a certain planet. It's Kobo. I mean, I guess that's not a big spoiler, but not that anyone knows what the fuck that is.
Is that the planet I'm on?
Yeah, that's the planet you're on right
Okay.
now. Yeah. I had to switch to quality mode whenever I'm on that planet because performance mode just fucking stutters so bad when I'm there. Like it just like
Weird.
it literally like bothers my eyes when I'm there and I'm on performance mode. It just feels
It's
like
funny
the
you said
it feels
that.
like the frame rate is just dipping constantly, like going up and down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? When I'm on
It's funny
that
you said
planet
that.
in
I was
particular.
listening to MinMax's show not this new one that just came out, but last week's podcast.
Yeah.
And one of the guys on there, he was saying the same thing that he couldn't play.
Yeah.
Like he had to
It was
turn
just
off.
on that planet for quality mode or
Yes.
performance mode in particular, just on that planet
Interesting.
because that planet is the biggest planet. That's like the open
Yeah.
world planet. I don't know. It was just so bad on that planet that when I switched to quality mode and it's locked at that 30 frames, then I suppose it wasn't
Yeah.
locked. I know there's dips and stuff still at quality mode, but yeah, it was just like literally bothering me whenever I was there.
I wonder if that's more of a PlayStation issue then, because like I think he played on PlayStation as well.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
weird.
know. It's
I haven't noticed it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the technical issues in this game very odd. I mean, it was just I know Stig, the director of the game, came out and said he couldn't delay the game again. I don't see why you guys couldn't have delayed the game again. Like you're fucking Star Wars, you know? Like it's
Yeah,
just
EA's
a
already
shame
having a good
that
year,
this
you know?
series is always going to be associated with technical bugs and stuff with the
As the
first
first
game
one did.
having that. Yeah, and now the second game. So now this series kind of has that stink on it, you know what I mean? It's just such a shame too cuz the game is so fucking good. What majority of people are talking about right now isn't the game itself, it's the technical issues. It reminds me a lot of Cyberpunk actually, where it's like, guys, the game
Can we
is
actually
so
talk about the game?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, the game is so fucking good. Like you
Yeah.
guys aren't, you know. And I understand some people it ruins the entire experience for them, and they can't even play the game when it has these technical issues, and that sucks. I mean, it didn't bother me, especially towards like the back half of the game. I didn't even think about it. I wasn't even noticing this. You know, I had one crash too, by the way. That's it. So I don't.
Oh, like a hard, like to
Yeah, like a
PlayStation
hard
menu?
sent me to the menu thing. Yeah,
Wow.
and like, you know, I know that bothers a lot of people, but like, it wasn't really that big a deal.
Did you lose any save?
No, I just rebooted the game. I was right where I
Okay.
was.
Well, that's
so it
good.
was like,
That's good.
yeah, it's like this game's got auto save features. It's like, you know, and I know reviewers had a lot more crashes than that.
But yeah, there was like a day 0 patch for them, right?
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, the new patch, Digital Foundry has said, it really improves quality, the 60 FPS with whatever the latest patch was that we got yesterday. I don't think it completely fixes it yet, but
I don't know if
It's-
I played yesterday. I think I played 2 days ago.
it's getting there.
Okay.
Again, don't
need
play
to look
games
at
at
that.
launch, you know, unless you're me and you're crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah, the game itself, I fucking loved it, man. The
opening's awesome.
yeah, opening was so good, so cool to see. You know that
Coruscant.
yeah, Coruscant.
Coruscant's
I guess we're
great.
gonna that was so cool just to be there. Like that's like a cameo in of itself, right? Just going. to
Yeah,
Coruscant,
Star Wars
being there,
1313
like-
vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it really was when you were going down. Like that was
Yeah.
literally Star Wars 1313. I was like, oh wow, that's fucking cool. We're actually getting this game now, right?
Yeah. for sure. I really like Cal still.
Yeah.
People hate on Cal too much. He can be a little, especially I think in the first game more so than what I'm seeing so far. Like
Get to the end
really
of this
like
game and
Cal.
tell me you hate Cal still. Like I dare people to do that. You know what I mean? Like I
Okay.
fucking dare. This game did such a good job of like having it be a completely different story from the last game, but then also bringing back the characters from the first game and giving me those big story moments that I wanted with those characters, you know, and like, but not having the whole story revolve around them again, and this like actually feeling like a true sequel. I think it did
Yeah,
a
it was
really
something we
good
talked
job
about.
teetering that line. Yeah, that was something we were worried about going into this. Is like, damn, like we just set off on this group at the end of Fallen Order. We had our group set, and it was like we
You're
wanted
saying they
to-
addressed this.
they definitely addressed this. Like it's by the end of the game, I felt like I really got everything I wanted out of that group of characters.
Good.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Yeah,
Thank you.
100%. I think you'll feel exactly the same by the time you get there. And it's just so cool, man. There's just so many cool Star Wars set pieces that you've always wanted to see in a Star Wars game, and like the combat's great. You know, again, it's redefined.
It's very fun.
I think the move to bring everything over from Fallen Order in the beginning of this game is such a good idea, because especially in traversal, that it helps so much
Yeah.
with that. The traversal is so fun in this game now, and they just like keep adding on to it, because like all the worlds are now designed around all the powers you had at the end of Fallen
Yeah, the
Order.
grapple, the wall run.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's what made it so fun in the beginning of the game, is that it's all designed around everything you had at the end of Fallen Order. And now they just keep adding on top of it, to where by the end of this game, you were just having the best time of your fucking life traversing the world.
For sure. I think people need to take that Breath of the Wild thing, right?
Yeah.
Give your player everything they need
Yeah.
and then let them have fun, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't always need to take everything away or, you know, just ease every little bit of it out, right?
Well, it's
Like
like
that
you could
doesn't
have easily
always work.
seen like, oh, we're gonna make up some bullshit reason why Cal lost all his powers
Exactly.
again, you know? And it's like you could have easily seen that, but this literally feels like just a continuation of Fallen Order from the beginning of the game. And then, like I said, by the end of it, you're just with the combat and the traversal, you're having the best time ever because they just keep adding onto it.
Yeah, they can't do that again. They did that in Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Right? He lost them and was trying to relearn them.
No,
He can't
exactly.
lose them and try to relearn them again. That would be I'd have a problem with that if that was
Yeah.
the case.
And then they add new stances, and then I love the 2 new stances. The blaster stance was really fun. I really enjoyed that. I mostly
Yeah.
stick with the single one, but so I kind of always had that one, and then I would switch out the blaster one, and then I guess I don't want to spoil the last stance that you get, but yeah, I would go between those two. I'm not much of a dual blade or double-sided blade kind
But
of guy.
that was only a part of a combo. The double
Yeah,
was
in the
only
first
like part
one.
of a combo in the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
But you really only had 2 in the first one.
yeah.
And that was a little different. You could just kind of pop one or do the double-sided. I'm rocking 2 and the double-sided mostly. Like the single's fun. I just wish it was a little quicker to I guess that's my biggest complaint for the little that I've played so far is I wish it was a little quicker to be able to swap the stances, right? Like having to have two's nice, but I wish I could have had them all easily more selectable,
Yeah.
like on like a wheel or something. Not like I don't want to just go to a meditation every time to switch.
Sure. Just have it always
know?
there. Yeah, they maybe could
Yeah.
have done that.
Or even
yeah.
a bench. I think you do them at the bench, right?
Maybe have 4 and then have it each direction on the D-pad. I know you use the
Yeah.
D-pad for other shit, but yeah, maybe they could have figured that out. Something
Or
for the
do
sequel,
2 on
right?
each side, maybe.
Yeah,
Where you like double tap, but there's 5 of them, right? So I guess you can't do that. I don't know.
there's ways around that though.
Yeah,
I know
hold
what you mean. I do
RB.
wish I had them all accessible at
Yeah.
all times. Yeah.
Because it is just his saber.
Yeah.
He is just like, oh, I'm breaking it apart. I'm doing 2. I'm doing 1. You know, like
This dude's got the most decked out lightsaber ever.
his saber's insane.
It's
Cal has the coolest
why do you-
lightsaber.
The only thing he didn't have was in Rebels when Ezra has the one with the gun that's attached to the
Oh, it's because
lightsaber.
he made that little thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, are we gonna get that one now too? You know what I mean?
He's gonna go
Strap
beat up
a
Ezra.
fucking machine gun to this thing, or a fucking heavy gun, and you're just...
Literally shoots lightsabers.
That'd be great. But yeah, no, man, I just yeah, I adored the game. It was such a good time. By the relationships Cal builds, the twists and the turns of the story and stuff like that. It was just all so fucking good, and the technical issues by the end didn't bother me really at all. I mean, it does, but like it takes away a little, but by the end of the game, I just did not care. I was just like, this is fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
I mean, when you look back at this game, you're rarely going to think too much about the technical stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's
that's
exactly
not-
like the first one, right? Like I don't.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
when I
exactly.
think back on my time first playing Fallen Order, I don't think of the technical issues.
Yeah, me too. I just think you know how good it is, and it's nice that we getting you know a sequel that's this good and even better than the first game, and we just don't get a lot of good Star Wars like this back to back like that. So like, man, Stig and this team, like, keep it rolling. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know how
100%.
many games.
And he's implied that he wants this to be a trilogy. So
Only a trilogy.
that's what he said. Yeah. So that's you know, I imagine they'll make Jedi something afterwards with some other team probably, but yeah, I think they're gonna do one more, and
Cal's story for his story.
I think they'll do it pretty quick too, honestly.
Yeah, well, they did this really quickly.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it'll be the
was
same amount of time ish. So I think we're looking at like end of 2026
3.5 years
for the next one. You know, something like that.
Yeah, this was 3.5 years, right? So give him, yeah, end of 2026, early 2027, right?
Yeah,
Somewhere around there. That's not that far away.
yeah. I think this game adds a lot of side elements too, a lot of like open world side elements. Kind of, it reminded me of Ragnarok a little bit with the side
Oh,
quests and
sure.
the way that's kind of set up more. I think games are
Yeah.
getting better actually at giving you a really meaty experience, but not having it be this endless open world. You know, like I think this game probably by the time I platinum it, like and do everything, it'll probably be 50 hours. You know, and I think that's a long game. You know, like that's a
That is a
meaty
beefy
Star
game.
Wars game. You know what I mean? And it's like it doesn't feel bloated. You know, so I just think the games are getting really good at managing that.
Yeah, I mean, where the bloatedness would be Well, you need the way to stop the bloatedness is for everything you do to be meaningful, right?
Yeah.
If everything you're doing is meaningful, then
And
like,
I'm not saying everything is meaningful in this. There are certain, like, they're called rumors, the side quests in this that you get from a lot of the townspeople in Kobo. I love the town, by the way. The town is so fucking cool. Have you been to the bar yet?
well, you go to the cantina.
Do you? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. That bar, the detail in that bar is so cool,
Yeah.
and like all the people you can talk to and stuff
There's
like
this
that.
person, I think she's a Twi'leki, that she's like won't talk to. she's just.
Have you
she's
met
like,
Turgle?
yeah. Well, when you first
Turgle's
get to
so
the
cool.
cantina, he gets kicked, and then you do that fight.
Yeah.
That's Raz, baby.
Yeah,
Look at
Raz,
that,
yeah.
or Invader Zim.
Yeah, you could hear it too.
You can hear it.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
could hear
good.
it. Yeah,
What
Turgle's
a
hilarious.
an abomination. Like,
yeah, whatever that
horrifying.
thing is.
Whatever Turgle's race is, it's horrifying.
Disney, can we get a live action Turgle thing going?
Where's it? Give me an animated Turgle show.
Dude,
Where's
I want
Filoni? Call
I want a
Filoni.
live action one, and I want him like teaming up with all the biggest Star Wars characters for no reason. You know what I mean?
When does Turgle get his Jedi path?
That'd be the game, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Give
that'd
it
be
to me.
fun. That'd be fun. In the Ahsoka show, Turgle's a main part. You know, he's
That's her
there.
Padawan.
The companion. Yeah, Turgle.
Yeah,
It would work so well too.
yeah, it would.
But yeah, I can't wait for you to experience. You're gonna love it, man. It's
I'm so
once
excited. You
get
got
there,
me more excited.
It's so good. It really is, man. It's just yeah, I would love to do like a spoiler cast or something about this, just to talk about like in-depth story stuff, because there's a lot there. There's a lot to get into. A lot of really cool like new lore elements they've been able to add into this.
Yeah, they talk about the High Republic pretty early.
Yeah. A lot of High Republic.
That
It
Jedi.
was cool being introduced to the High Republic through this too. This is actually like the first thing that's given us that I've read or
Wasn't there a
seen
book?
or whatever. No, there is, but like first thing
Okay.
I've experienced
sure,
of
sure,
the
sure.
High Republic, which is cool. And yeah, you get a lot of cool stuff with that. A lot of this game's just awesome. It's just it's hard not to spoil it at this point, but yeah.
How long do you think it'll take me to beat it?
20 hours, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not doing a lot of side
with your
stuff?
play style and not doing all the side stuff and shit. Yeah, it's like 20 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Right around there.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe a bit
I'm
less.
excited.
All right. Yeah. Sims, you here?
No,
He's not here. Okay. He said he'd be back in a minute. It's a long minute.
no, he's gone. Send him a
Fucking
bye-bye.
minute. See if I got anything more in my notes real quick.
The music's pretty good so far. I haven't gotten a ton
Yeah,
of it.
music's great. Again, at these set pieces part, man, it hits. Like it fucking hits.
Good.
Yeah, there's just again the cute details in the bar. I love the stuff like that. It's talking to the people on the ship and stuff like that. It's all,
I like Bode.
oh dude, the graphics just look incredible in certain areas.
Visuals are great.
Visuals are great. Best cliff sides I've ever seen. That's
Yeah.
ever,
There's a lot
bro.
of so far at the beginning of the game, he's looking down at a lot of cliffs.
I swear to God, the cliffs are more detailed than real life cliffs. Like,
Why our cliffs look like this?
why are these cliffs so detailed? I'm like, why are there's so many bumps and stuff? Jesus.
It's very AAA.
Yeah, extremely, for sure. You really feel that in the set pieces.
put a lot of
like,
money into this.
like I was saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, man. All right. I guess we'll move on to the game. Iron. You know, keep your lightsabers out the rest of the show.
No, we're done talking about stuff.
Okay.
Well, we don't have Daddy here, so I was gonna do 20 questions, but he's not here. So what we're gonna do, we will go back to our definitive character ranking, and I will select some characters. Let's start. I mean, you're gonna have more info than me at this point, but we'll start with Cal, our boy Cal Kestis.
Oh man.
We'll start with our boy Cal Kestis.
I mean,
No spoilers, of course, for the new
oof.
game. But we're gonna start with our boy Cal Kestis.
see, this is weird because I'm at a different place than you now.
See, so what we can do is how I was kind of treating Kiryu, right? Like I played everything.
Yeah.
You've played very little of Kiryu, so I probably have a little bit more.
I just
here
think
with
you're
Cal.
gonna be at a different place this time next week.
Should I save Cal then?
Save Cal. Save Cal. Yeah.
Okay, we'll save Cal. You can also think of a character if you'd like. We have a lot of fighting game characters that I want to do, so let's just pick another. So we only have Scorpion, so I'm gonna do Ryu. Let's go another big dog. Ryu from Street Fighter.
Ryu is a very big dog.
Yes.
Huge dog.
Big dog, important character. Where do you think Ryu should go?
What's our top
Scorpion?
5?
Top 5 is Garrus from Mass Effect. Is number 1. Number 2 is Abby from The Last of Us. Number 3 is Dutch from Red Dead. Number 4 is Cosmic Kiryu from Like a Dragon. Number 5 is Amicia from Plague Tale.
Okay.
And
Again,
then
I feel
right
like
under that is Scorpion.
I'm always here. We did. Is he better than Scorpion?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Is he more iconic than Scorpion?
Yeah. I think he is.
I think just a little bit.
Just slightly, right? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Just a
more
little.
people could name the guy from Street Fighter than they could the guy from Mortal Kombat, you know? They're both the
Yeah.
guys you think of when you think of those titles, right?
Yes.
But, yeah. So I would go one above Scorpion, I guess, yeah.
So is Ryu better than Amicia?
I'd probably say yeah, honestly. That
Okay.
iconic status, yeah.
I'm just trying to push. See,
Yeah.
is Ryu better than Kiryu?
No.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I don't think so either. So you want to put him as the new number 5 above Amicia?
I think so.
Wow, look at my boy Ryu out
He
here.
deserves to be up there, you know?
He does. He does. Do you have a character? Or would you like me to do another one?
Go ahead, do another one. I'll try to think of one.
Okay. Who is next? Should we do this character? I was thinking about do this one last week or last time we did it. What did you do? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh,
Big dog Sonic.
that's
We haven't
tough.
done this might be the heaviest hitter we've done so far.
Yeah. I mean,
Sonic the
you want to talk
Hedgehog.
about iconic status? I mean, that's fucking it, right? Sonic. I mean,
He might be more popular now than ever.
yeah.
Sonic.
He is cool too, you know.
He taps his foot when you leave him standing there. He'll
He
tap his foot and
taps
then
his
look at
foot,
you.
Yeah. Looks at you.
Then he'll
he's
wag his
angry.
finger.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you thinking?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe number 1. I don't know.
One?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
My thing is like, is there a truly great Sonic game?
Yeah,
Is there?
the first 3 Sonic games are good.
They're
Mania is
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, but like truly great, you know?
I like that murder mystery, the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That was fun.
Sure, but like I don't think any Sonic game you're talking about like greatest game of all time conversation or like even top 100.
No, but just to do like a devil's advocate,
Sure.
Sonic has some of the best music of all time.
Sure. No, I'm just saying it's just like how high can he get when none of his games are that good?
Quality of games,
Yeah.
sure. I think what holds Sonic up is iconic status, right?
yeah, no.
He's had a lot of transmedia stuff, comics,
exact. I mean, the
TV
movies,
shows,
right?
games, everything. Yeah,
Like you said, he's
movies.
more popular than ever now because of those movies.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's certainly got to be top 5. I don't think number 1.
yeah.
He just doesn't have the character to him. The
Okay,
story
that's
background
that's
to-
fair. This is our
to
rank.
be that
for sure.
high, I think. So I would go.
So
I
he's
would
not
go
better
right
than-
below Dutch.
So okay, so I'll ask it just to discussion.
Yeah.
Is he better than Kiryu?
You tell me again, because that's the one. You
If you're talking about
you
story,
play
I mean,
them.
Know. Kiryu's got a lot of story.
yeah,
to
of
him.
course not. It's the
I don't know,
iconic status of Sonic to the story of Kiryu.
Yeah, Sonic is probably more iconic. As much as I
But
love
does
Kiryu.
that outweigh the story of Kiryu?
In me personally,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
No. So I said we go below Kiryu. Then.
Okay. What about Ryu?
I think he's more
than Ryu.
iconic than Ryu, and we're going. Ryu is mostly based off iconicness, right, or whatever that,
Yes.
if that's a word.
Yeah, his iconic status.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Trying to
again,
spell
a
his
new
name.
number 5, Sonic.
Again, a new number 5.
A 5 getting replaced here.
I know, right? All right. Let me find another character. If you have one, just shout it out. We're gonna do 4 more.
Nah, I don't got one yet. I'll think of one.
Okay. Let's see here. This is all off the top of the cuff. I am sorry.
Urgle. No.
Per the home.
Number 1. Let's go.
Okay. Here's an interesting one. Cuphead.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, they don't all need to be the biggest character. We're gonna do every
Nah,
character,
yeah.
right?
What's the bottom 5? Read off the bottom 5.
So we have 18 characters now.
Okay.
Number 18 is Chell from Portal.
Okay.
Number 17 is Corvo from Dishonored.
Okay.
Number 16 is Ghost from Destiny. Number 15 is Eddie Raja from Uncharted. Number 14 is Celeste from Celeste.
Okay. I feel like he's higher than all of those.
Okay.
What are you at now? Name 13 through through whatever the rest of them are.
Augustus, Cole,
Okay.
Gears. Aloy, Horizon. Number 11 is Luigi.
Okay.
Number 10 is Elizabeth.
I think I'm just gonna stop you. Right below Luigi, I would go. I don't think Cuphead's more iconic than Luigi, but I do think he's a cute, good, well-designed character.
Okay. I'll just do a little push.
Yeah.
Is Cuphead better than Augustus Cole, than Coltrane Baby?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Cuphead better than Aloy?
Again, that becomes the story of Aloy against the iconicness of Cuphead, and just like the design of Cuphead.
Yeah.
You know?
What a great design,
Yeah,
animation.
he's a very
yeah.
like likable character,
whimsical,
you know?
and
yeah, like I feel like you see Cuphead on a t-shirt, even if you don't know what the fuck that is.
So cool looking.
You're like, oh, that looks cool, like whatever that is, or you just see like gameplay of Cuphead. Of course, you're gonna notice the art style first, but then you're gonna notice the
I mean,
fucking
how many
shooting shit with
redheads
his
do you
fingers.
see on the street? You know what I'm saying?
Actually, not a lot. They're actually quite rare, but
True. You don't see a bunch of redheads with bows in the street.
yeah, no,
I'm
especially
in
with the bow and
mountains.
arrow. Yeah. Yeah, I would still I'll go right above Aloy. At,
Okay. Cuphead is not, I don't think, better than Luigi.
Yeah, sure. I'm down with that.
I would stop you there. I would say
Okay.
if you thought he was more.
Also, a TV show. Cuphead show good, underrated. I feel like not enough
It's
people talk about that.
well, the reason why is because it's a kid show.
Oh, okay.
And
Fun show though.
yeah, it's just a fun kid show. It really is. Really short episodes. I'd say check that out. You know. Do we go with another heavy hitter?
Go with the heavy hitter.
You want me to?
Do it.
Which one? I'm looking at 3.
The
2, or
second
3?
one.
Okay. The next one. The Doom Slayer
Ooh.
from Doom.
Mm.
All iterations.
All
1 through 3 and the 2 new Dooms.
Mighty Doom.
Doom
of
64.
course.
Mighty Doom, of course, his best game. The Doom Slayer.
Ooh, that's iconic status right there.
Very iconic.
Yeah.
Arguably the most iconic FPS character, right? Maybe
like-
you can argue Chief, but
Chief's above him for sure, but I think a lot of it with Doomslayer has to do with his weapons too. You know, that almost is his like character.
just an
you know?
infinite
The
carry.
BFG
He could,
and the chainsaw and all that
Yeah.
shit, right? Yeah.
gotta have that super shotgun, that double barrel.
He's a cool character too. You know,
He's very,
badass.
especially in Doom and Doom Eternal.
Also,
Very cool.
lore wise, the great grandson of what's the guy in Wolfenstein?
BJ. Blazkowicz?
Blazkowicz, yeah. That's a thing. That's a real thing.
No, it's not.
It's a real thing, Dan.
That is not true.
Look it up, bro. It's a
No
real
way.
thing. That's a real
No
thing.
way. So BJ gave birth to a god.
Some point, yeah. At some point, you know, it's far in the future, but
Because
you know,
Doomslayer's a god. He just
it's at some point, you know.
he
Is
is
that
literal.
confirmed?
pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay. I
He's-
gotta play
'cause
through
he's
that
a God
Doom
Slayer.
Eternal DLC at some point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like a god slayer in
Yeah.
that. Very iconic. Is he more iconic than Ryu or Sonic? Probably not, right?
No, I think he's below them. Yeah.
What about Scorpion? He's not more iconic than Scorpion.
No, not Scorpion either. What's below Scorpion? Name like the 3 after Scorpion.
Riku, our boy Riku
Okay.
from Kingdom Hearts. Elizabeth from BioShock. Luigi.
I will go.
I think he's not
I'm gonna
as
go
iconic.
above Elizabeth, below Riku.
It's funny you said that. I think he's not as iconic as Luigi, but
Yeah.
I think he's just a more of a character than Luigi.
Yeah.
And I like
He's
him just a
cooler,
little
too.
bit more than Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Even though I like Elizabeth.
Yeah, me too.
But our boy, he's not. I don't think he's cooler than our boy Riku.
No, I don't think he's cooler than Riku.
Yeah.
I think when you add in the story of Riku too, I think
Of
you got
course.
to put Doomslayer right below him. I think it's a good spot
Yeah.
for him too.
Yeah. All right. You have one?
Have we done Raz from Psychonauts?
We have not done Raz.
Let's do
That's
Raz.
actually
I
a
mean, we
really
were
good
just
pick.
talking about him with Turgle, so yeah,
We
why not do
were.
Raz?
We were. That's a good pick. It's
Yeah,
a really good pick.
very great character, funny character.
Love Raz. A lot
Yeah,
of
love
heart.
Raz. A lot of heart. You
Very
know?
flawed. He's
Yeah.
not perfect.
I mean, he's got
He's a
that
kid.
childish energy to him, right?
Yeah. He's a kid.
Which is
he's not
unique for
perfect.
video games, kind of too. You know?
Yeah.
You don't play as a
Yeah.
lot of kids in games.
You don't, and they lean into that.
Yeah.
Like Tim's writing is Tim Schafer's writing is very. He leans into him being a child and trying to deal with this human world.
Yeah. Also
this
has some
vile
really
world.
cool story elements. I mean, I've only played Psychonauts 2, which is weird. I really gotta go back and play the first one at some point. But
Yeah, I've only played 2 as well.
yeah.
But I pretty much know most of what happens in 1.
Yeah, I think
pretty
I
much at
watched
this
like
point.
a recap video before
Yeah.
2 came out too. So,
That is a really good pull there. I'm kind of struggling with where I want him to be.
yeah, I don't know either. I would go. What's above Riku? Scorpion? Scorpio?
Riku is Scorpion and then Amicia. As much as I like Raz, do I like him more than Scorpion?
I think I would go one above Scorpion, below Amicia.
I don't think I like him more than Amicia.
Yeah, I don't think I do either. So I think I would go right below that.
Honestly, if there was one more game and I like Raz as much, I might put him more.
Sure.
Honestly,
Get a
yeah,
little bit
maybe I
more
do like him more
context
than
with him.
Scorpion.
Yeah. I feel like with the
Honestly-
story, and he has a bit of iconicness to him too, that
Yeah.
he deserves to be one above.
Very iconic design
Yeah.
with his goggles and stuff.
Yeah, looks super
Yeah,
cool
let's-
with that big ass head.
His big old head, yeah. His little arms and legs. Yeah, we'll put him right there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, he'll be right above Scorpion.
You want to read off the new top 10?
We got one more.
Oh, dude,
That was
I
only
thought we did
5. That was only 5.
Oh, we do 6?
I usually do 6. Do you want to just
Okay.
start with doing 5 only now?
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
feel like that makes most sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
5.
that's fine.
Decent
yeah.
5.
Would you want me to read all 21?
Nah, just do top 10.
Okay.
Because eventually it's just going to get ridiculous.
I mean, but before you said you want me to read them all.
Sure.
You want me to go 10 up or 1 down?
10 up.
10 up. We got Riku from Kingdom Hearts, the homie. We got number 9, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Number 8, Raz from Psychonauts. Number 7, Amicia from A Plague Tale. Number 6, Ryu from Street Fighter. Number 5, Sonic the Hedgehog from Sonic. Number 4, Cosmic Kiryu from Like a Dragon. Let's go. I'm gonna keep Kiryu up there as much as possible. Number 3, Dutch from Red Dead. Number 2, Abby from The Last of Us. And number 1, still number 1, Garrus from Mass Effect.
As he should. As he should.
As he should.
Yeah, I'm liking this game.
I know. I think this is gonna be fun because it's gonna get wild.
Yeah, it's going to get wild.
When we get so
when
many.
we get like top 50, we're all just like arguing, how is that number 50? It should be like 1, you know? It's going to be a hell of a time.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting when we get more and more and more.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for the Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 169. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also find us on all audio platforms. Listen to us via podcasts or whatever the fuck you do, you know?
Yeah, leave a
Danny,
like,
anything else you wanna say?
share. Yeah, like, share, comment. How about let's just celebrate games more? Let's just not
Can't do that.
constantly pile
Can't
on
do that.
games. I'm so tired of the constant. Connor, I always thought that I am a pretty realist and kind of, really critical. I'm starting to realize I'm not because I don't dogpile on all this all the time. I think I'm actually starting to think I'm more positive on stuff.
And
That's crazy to
Bad. That's a
think about.
grim look for the world.
That's a grim look if I'm the positive
when
one.
you think you're the positive entity, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oof. Yeah, I think the same thing sometimes. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.